NCTV5 will be bringing you the play-by-play broadcast between this exciting contest between the home team Delta Panthers and the visiting Liberty Center Tigers. Jim, Liberty comes in here at 8-0, perfect record league, and overall Delta 5-3. But don't think for a minute that this game is in the bag for Liberty Center.
Well, that's exactly right, Spike. There's just so much at stake here, an outright sole possession of the NWOL League Championship. And, you know, like we talk, if you win the league championship, then all things shall be added on you, which it means hosting playoff games and just a lot of good things. And this Tiger team of 2000 has answered the bell for each and every challenge that's been presented to them. And there's been some dandies. I mean, we've had some ball games that were nail biters right down to the end. And these boys upstream here on 109 being the Delta Panthers, they've got a good team, Spike, so we're going to have a dandy tonight.
Yeah, Delta in 9th place in their region, only 1/10 of a point out of 8. Then a last game of the season with Montpelier, so that's probably a win. So you might say, the way Richie Frankfather put it, this is Delta's Super Bowl. A win over Liberty here, Jim, and they're almost a lock for the playoffs. They know it. They've got Liberty Center grad Mike Vickers at the helm in his second year. Mike's been a success everywhere he's been, and you can bet on one thing. Mike Vickers, and I know from my own personal experience, is a tremendous motivator, and he'll have these Delta Panthers ready to play football.
Then this is the last home game at Panther Stadium here this year, Spike.
All right, Collins, kickoff, high end over end, Florida comes down at the 25-yard line, rolls out of bounds, and the Panthers I believe the normal call here is to get possession at the 35. That might be up to the discretion of the team. Wait and see for the call here. They may choose to have Liberty kick over.
Well, I think that'd be a mistake, Spike. If they were going to get good field position, they better take it.
Well, they're lined up like they want it kicked over. They've got...
All right, Collins, let's go. Get it in there, baby.
Yeah, they're going to have Liberty kick it over. Noah Ankney, number 4, has already returned a couple of kickoffs for touchdowns. They've got him deep.
You can do it again.
Where would they have had possession as a result of a penalty on a kick out of bounds, Spike?
I believe the 35-yard line, but I think, hey, this is the way Delta's going to be tonight. They're going to come right at Liberty, and they're going to give it all they got. You can bet on that. They're coming right after Liberty.
All right, John Collins on the kickoff, Spike.
Hit someone.
There it is. That's a little deeper. That ball all the way back to the 19-yard line. Return to the middle. Still on his feet on a great open field. Tackled by number 7, Nick Passini. Well, Liberty Center's kick coverage did a great job there. They forced him to go wide right to try to turn the corner. And Nick Passini, with that great burst of speed, nailed him.
Yeah, a couple of early penetrations there, as you say, made him go wide, Spike. They kind of missed a tackle, but that sort of fluttered that out on a sideways line, and Passini making a stop. Good coverage.
All right, 1st and 10 for Delta on their own 20-yard line. Here's the give off the right side. A little bit of running room. Somebody lost the top of his helmet. That extra shock absorber that some of the Liberty Tigers have used in the past. Jim, we don't have a real high vantage point here. It's going to be hard to pick out some of the numbers, especially when they go the opposite way.
Boy, this is just about as warm a football evening as you'll find, Spike. This is arguably 60, 65 degrees here at game time.
Yeah.
Get in there, D. Come on now.
Double wing back set. Here's the give off that left side and hit there and slammed down by Zeider. And Ponton also in on the hit. Ponton in there seeing some action at, I believe, defensive end.
Yeah, Rodney Ponton's provided an awful lot of help out there on the Tiger defense. And that's what's made this Tiger team as good as it is, Spike. They can plug people in wherever, and they get the job done.
Houghton over on the left side defensive end. Carter the defensive end on the right.
Right there, yeah.
Here's the fumble. Or it's quick give inside. It was so quick I thought it was a fumble. But the Tiger defense was there. I believe Nate Bear. And also 64 Bodenbender in on the hit. And the Tiger defense on their first series holds the Panthers to a net gain of 5 yards. So the Panthers in a fourth down punting situation. Back deep for Liberty is Parasini and Babcock, or Strayer, excuse me. Strayer takes it at his 35, tries to get around the corner, he makes a turn there, up along the sideline, nice spin move, breaks the tackle, and all the way up to the 47-yard line.
Very nice run by Ryan Strayer. You know, the theme of the Tiger receivers and backs is always in control, Spike, you know, and they make the first guy miss and kind of can assess what's there and take what they give them, and time to do a little juking. In other words, they don't do it just by pure speed.
Yep. Well, it looked like they had him hemmed in way back the 30-yard line, but nice return, 17-yard return. It's going to put the ball on Liberty Center's own 48-yard line.
Yeah, great field position.
Westhoven on the left, Zeider on the right. Give to Westhoven straight up the middle. He's got running room, and across the 50, and down to the 45 to the 44-yard line.
Oh, nice blocking there on the right side there. He just had a nice hole for him, and he was into the secondary before any contact whatsoever.
Yep, we'll give him 9 yards on the play, second down and 1.
Do it again, line.
Now the Tigers come with the double wingback package. Zeider on the left, Parasini on the right. Kyle Parasini wide to the left. Nick in motion. Give to Parasini. He's got a lot of running room around the left side. He got it to 30, the 20, the 10, and finally slammed down there. Uh-oh, we've got a flag at the 39-yard line. That may bring some of that back. Probably a penalty on the Tigers.
Well, they had the little motion coming this way, Spike, on the play, and just a few Panthers bought into it, but I think others sort of were looking over this way, and there he goes off the left side for good yardage, but Tigers are coming back.
Well, I would imagine here that's beyond the first down flag. Liberty Center, I would think, would get a first down and then lose the yardage from the spot of the foul. Boy, that's a big one, too. A 15-yard walk-off.
There's a block in the back or a clip. The sign from the official out there was a clip, Spike.
All right, my mistake, not a first down. So now it will be second down and about 11 yards to go. Tigers with the wing on the left side. Here's the give straight ahead. Not much running room there for Westhoven.
Well, I'm not even sure that was a good handoff. That might have almost been a fumble-rooski there. It looked like they might have put her on the grass, but Tigers got her yet, Spike.
Well, it's going to bring up 3rd and 10, Jim. Well, 3rd and 11.
You know, turnovers always a big factor, but in a game where there's a lot at stake and a lot of high emotion, you just don't want them. No turnovers.
All right, now the Tigers with that double wing set. Single setback is Westhoven. Kyle Parasini spread wide to the left. Here's the give straight ahead to Westhoven. He'll pick up about 4 on the play to midfield, but that'll bring up 4th down for Liberty Center. Well, this early in the game, I'm just going to make a guess that we'll go ahead and punt it away. Not the time to give the other team undue momentum here.
I think that's a conservative call, Spike. Better get some distance between your goal line for the defense.
All right, back deep is Noah Ankney, a real speed merchant. Tigers have to play some great D to keep him hemmed in. Here's the snap, a good snap to Strayer. Gets off a high booming punt. Fair catch called for there at the 16-yard line where the Panthers will take over. 1st and 10. 7:44 on the first quarter clock. We've got no score here on NCTV 5.
Very nice punt, Spike. That put a lot of distance there. In fact, if you're going to start talking field position, the Tigers got a nice edge here to start with.
Yeah, 34-yard punt with no return, Jim. 34 net yards is always a good punt. Panthers come out with a double wing set there, straight ahead give, and not much running room there, maybe a couple yards at the most. Panthers keeping their offense in a rather tight formation, nobody spread wide. Second down and 9, ball spotted on the, we'll call it the 18-yard line.
Do it again, D. Come on, D. Get in there, D. Hit that
Two
quarterback.
tight ends
Come on
set.
now. Get
The
him.
wing back. Here is the give, and stays on his feet, gets maybe to the 19-yard line. Ankney, not much running room there, but
No.
Jim, looks like the defense may be getting stuffed inside here. I hope they're not going to get jammed too tight.
Yeah, well, no question. When you pound away at interior there, and that doesn't get you too much, so then you go up top. And what is the passing stats for this Panther team, Spike?
Delta's not much of a passing team at all, Jim. They like to stick it on the ground and grind it out, not taking a chance on a big turnover or anything. Now back to throw. Has a receiver. It's intercepted! Intercepted! A great read by number 74! The do-it-all man on defense, Nate Bear!
Yeah.
I believe that was Nate.
Yeah, that's who it was, Nate Bear. He had that position just exactly right on coverage, and he saw that pass coming, and he just stepped in front of the receiver and says, I'll take this. So what about this field position on that turnover, Spike?
Wow, Jim, Liberty Center has the ball on Delta's 23-yard line. That's what I was talking about. They don't like to throw.
Yeah, but third and a mile, and it is pack in on you. You got to put it up top.
All right, Tigers with the wing package right. Westoven off the right side and down to about the 15-yard line. Excuse me. Yeah, the 15-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play. Ball spotted at the 16.
Do it again, Nate.
Tigers that time were in the wing right formation with Moeller in there. All right, same formation. Moeller the wing on the right side, Strayer tight end on the right, Babcock tight end on the left, Westoven on the left, and Zeiter on the right in the backfield. Here's a give to Zeiter straight ahead. He's submarine, but he picks up 2 more yards, and he'll be close to first down yardage. It'll be third down and about 1.
All right, now,
It's like they ought to check that chin strap out on number 51, that hard-hitting center for the Tigers, and defensive stalwart Matt Leininger has lost his hat a couple times here tonight, Spike.
Yeah, well, they've got that shock absorber they put on the top of their helmet, you know, to try to take some of the impact away. I think that's what he lost the other time. Tigers in the same wing right formation, 2 tights. Here is the give. No, wait, Westoven the ball carrier on that delayed hit, or delayed handoff. Westoven easily picks up the first down. That gain goes from the 16-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10, 1st and goal, just inside the 10-yard line for the Tigers. Same set, 2 tight ends, Moeller the wing on the right, outside the tight end Strayer. Westoven on the left, Zeiter on the right. Here is the give to Zeiter out the left side, makes a cut, and he's down close to the 5-yard line. Nice job there following that left side of the offensive line.
Do it again, LC.
I believe you got Lucas Bodenbender over there, probably on the point of the hole there, Spike.
Yep,
But
Lucas Bodenbender and Neil Carter, the guard.
yep, blocking, getting him started, but nice piece of running there by Zeiter.
All right, same offensive set.
Dig, baby, dig.
Westoven on the left, Zeiter right. Give the right straight ahead to Westoven. Picks his feet up, grinds and jerks and dukes his way down inside the 5 and down to about the 1.
All right, LC.
We'll wait for the official spot here. It looks to me like about the 1-yard line.
All right,
Where's he got to get for a first down, Spike?
Jimmy can't get one. Those are the
Okay.
football that appeared to be just across the 10-yard line.
All right, so this is 2-down territory to get 1 yard.
That's right. Okay, same offensive set. Westover on the left, Zeiter on the right. Overmeyer, quarterback, keeper, and in for the touchdown! Well, Jim, at 3:33, Liberty Center takes it early, 6-0 lead.
Yeah, and that's what good teams do. Now, they got a pick, which set them up with real excellent field position somewhere around the 20-yard line. And after some good aggressive rushing plays, they put it in the end zone, Spike. That's just what you'd expect of them.
Well, and once again, Jim, as we've seen all year, it's the defense that has actually should take a lot of the credit for this score. You know, the Tiger defense has been very good at making things happen and giving the Tigers short fields.
Yeah, that's just a complete Tiger football team, this team of 2000. They just do her from one end to the other.
All right, rolling right with the Parasini package. Toss, and it's caught! What a catch! I believe that was Ryan Strayer on a one-hand grab. No, Westover on the two-point conversion. Jim, there's no way a high school receiver should have been able to catch that football.
Oh, that was a dandy because he had to extend and then he lost his balance and bounced over there. But how about Scott Overmeyer on the run, puts it where it needed to be. I mean, he could have had it just a little closer to Westover, but it was safe out there, no defender near it. So we've seen a lot of two-point conversions, and that was a dandy there. So they're off and running in this ever-important game.
Well, Scott Overmeyer's not fooling me. He just wanted to make Troy Westover look a little bit better. Great catch by Westover as he went one hand up, knocked the ball into where he could grab it, and then hauled it in as he was going to the ground. Quickly here, we'll run down our some of our sponsors here that make these broadcasts possible. We've got Miller Brothers Trucking in Napoleon, Holgate Metal Fab with Jeff Spangler, that's in Napoleon.
Yeah, it is.
Dave's Auto Service in Liberty Center. Liberty Products with Terry Bowers. The Mid-Am Bank in Liberty. KK Collision with Kyle Kern there in Liberty Center. LR Babcock Plumbing and Heating and Davis Farm Services. All right, Collins set to kick.
Hit someone!
All right, little bit boomer there, all down to the 18-yard line. Not much running room and knocked out of bounds by the first man down. Number 24, Tip Lady. It was Tip Lady last week, Jim, that really set the stage for the Tigers' comeback as he returned that short kickoff 15 yards to give the Tigers great field position.
Yeah, that's right. And Drew doesn't get a lot of playing time other than special teams, but, you know, as is always apparent, the team works out, they practice, they study, they know what they're supposed to do, and when they get a chance, they step in there and do it, Spike.
All right, two tight ends set, double wing back. Here is the reverse. And they got running room on that right side. Ankney off to the races. Babcock running him down and hauls him down across the 40 and down to the 35. Well, Jim, in a way, somewhat like the Liberty offense, Delta uses a lot of misconception and misdirection, and right there was one.
Yeah, that's true. They had a lot of activity coming to the Tigers' right side of their defensive front, and but there goes runner streaking down the other side for a big gainer.
All right, now they use wing back over on the right. Now they move Ankney up to the wing back spot. Two tight ends set, Ankney in motion right. Give to Ankney on that right side. Hit and brought down right there by a crashing Zeiter.
Yeah, that was Zeiter, and boy, he did. He just got him and hung right on for no gain.
Nate was coming on like gangbusters. I think must have had a good read on the play.
Actually lost the yard, Spike.
Well, that's good. That'll make it second down and 11 for Liberty Center. Well, that's the thing, Jim. We can take Delta down and take them down for no gain or short gains time after time, but all they need is a few big plays like that, and they're right in it.
You know, all season here, we'll run up against a football team that has a pretty highly touted offense, and they'll seem to get some yards in the middle of the field, and they'll just kind of press the Tigers, but boy, oh boy, the Tigers are hard to score on when they get down there near the red zone.
All right, Panthers line up now, shift over into the wing left. 2 tight end, 2 back set. Here's the give straight ahead off the right side, and nothing doing there. Ryan Strayer in on the initial hit, and maybe that goes for no gain again. Maybe even a loss of a yard on the play.
Yeah, they had him right there, dead to rights, right there at the line of scrimmage. In fact, before he got to the line of scrimmage, because they're moving him back about 3 yards or so.
All right, Sider.
Now the Tigers will bring in an extra defensive back. The situation now stands at 3rd down and about 14 yards to go. The Panthers need to get the ball down just across the 25-yard line for a 1st down. They set out a wide receiver to either side. Number 4, Noah Ankney on the right.
Officials timeout there. They got to clarify something. You know, seeing where this ball's at there, Spike, I really believe that Delta would use 2 downs to move the sticks or to maybe get closer to the Tiger end zone.
Well, that would make sense. Don't be surprised if Ankney's speed that they don't try to send him deep and let him stop dead, get the ball, and maybe try to make something happen on a catch and run situation here.
Yeah, you mentioned they don't like to pass, and there's a lot of teams that, well, they don't prefer that. In fact, we've known some Tiger teams in the past where they hated to pass, but wow, when the defense just plain takes a rush away, you just got to do it, or you got to try it anyway.
Well, that's right. You don't have to pass a lot. Just set yourself up to be in a good position to throw. Like last week on the game winner when Liberty Center had been pounding Westover into the line, and then on 1st down they ran play action with Westover.
Yep, and it worked.
All right, the Panthers come out with that same set to white out to either side. Uh-oh.
Looked like Tiger interior lineman there, possibly Mr. Leininger, I'm not sure, but somebody got a little over anxious on the maybe hard count by the Panther quarterback and going to cost the Tigers 5 yards.
Well, that'll make it 3rd down and a long 8 yards to go. 12 sponsors. We've got Pisanello's Pizza in Liberty Center, the Henry County Bank, B.A. Miller & Sons Trucking with Norman Miller, the Dugout, Stephen Catherine Paracini, Dave's Running Shop here in Delta, Swanton Welding with Norm Zeider, Spies Trailer Court with Rick Spies, Meyer Baden Hop Insurance with Barb and Marge Jurassics, and the Liberty Hardware with Randy and Velma Hall. All right, 3rd and 8, Panthers going at it. Here is the give off the right side, a lot of running room there, stays on his feet, down across the 25, and it appears to be a Delta 1st down.
Well, that's a big, tall back. It doesn't take him long to hit the hole, and he can put some yards down.
Well, Jim, that time they caught Liberty in a passing defense, and in 2-down territory with 8 to go, they felt it was worth the gamble to run it, and it paid off for the Panthers.
Yep, and they're right exactly inside the 25-yard line.
1st and 10, we're going to call it the Liberty Center 24-yard line. Same offensive set, strong side to right side of the line. Straight drop back, has running room, takes off, and hit and brought down.
Ryan Strayer.
Ryan Strayer, gain of maybe a yard on the play.
It did look like he had a lot of real estate there to tuck that ball down and run, but Ryan probably has responsibility to cover the quarterback should he rush from his vantage point, and he closed fast and was able to cut his legs out from under him.
No doubt, when you can only give up a single yard on a quarterback scramble, you've done a good job on defense. Now it's the double wing back set with a lone setback. In motion, it's inside reverse to Ankney, and tripped up there, I believe, by Strayer from his linebacker spot, tripped him up.
Boy, Spike, that was a lot of fancy ball handling, and that was pretty precision-like. I mean, they handed that ball around 3 different times there, and very smooth.
Well, no doubt about it, perhaps slightly different, but Jim, there's a lot of Liberty Center flavor in that Delta offense.
I agree, and then, Spike, this is the 9th game of the season for these teams, and if you're going to have some polish, you'd have it now.
All right, 3rd down, and we're going to call it 6 yards to go. That's the end of the 1st quarter here in Delta. Liberty Center leading it 8-0. And now for our parents and friends of the team, we've got Ace Trucker Louis Miller, Mary Beth Collins, Chester and Nola Short, and Chad for their son and brother John Collins. We've got Uncle Rick and Aunt Rhonda Miller for their nephew Neil Carter, and Carl and Cheryl Carter for their son Neil. Mike and Linda Simbola and Uncle Al for their son and nephew Brad. Greg and Deb Westhoven and family Lynn, Katie, and Sean, along with Grandpa Kip and Grandma Cecilia for, excuse me, Troy Westhoven. We've got, and Dave, Karen, Todd, and Jason for their son and brother Kevin. We've got Tom and Cindy Overmeyer for their son Scott. Tim, Becky, and Jenny Strayer for their son and brother Ryan. Donnie Sharp, dedicating every game to those stinking rotten yellow flags. And good luck to those Liberty Center Tigers. Also Herb Murdoch and the rest of the Pinochle Club for the Liberty Center Tigers on their way to a possible state championship. And last but not least, we've got Randall and Joe Carpenter. Randall, a great uncle to Troy Westhoven. He wishes the team good luck in their quest for the league championship. Now Dell, the handoff off the right side. Hit and met right there. Gain of maybe a yard on the play. In on the hit, number 26, Strayer again.
Oh, yeah.
Jim.
Ryan Strayer seems to have a feel for where that play's coming and puts a helmet right in there.
All right, now we're going to have a fourth down situation. Gain of a yard on the play. It'll make it 4th and 5.
Go defense!
The
Do it again!
length of the football rests inside the 20-yard line.
All right, LC!
Delton needs to get
Come on, LC!
just across the 15-yard line, and there's a Panther timeout here with 11:31 to go. Just starting the second quarter.
Boy, Spike, if you've looked around this Panther Stadium, there is one crowd of people here. This is a game to be tonight. There's other games, other pretty good games, but hey, they all want to see these Tigers, see if they can win the league outright, and of course, Delta's got a good team. Last year, they only had one victory, but as you say, Vickers very capable and put together a program here, and he's got some good athletes with which to build, and they had a meat grinder of a schedule the first portion of the season and come through it with flying colors, Spike.
Yeah, no question about it. The Panthers are ready to play tonight. We've seen some good games in the last few years. Delta playing Liberty tough with, certainly they were undermanned, but this year, not so. Delta Panthers put a real good product on the field. Now the situation being 4th and 5. Big test here for the Tiger defense. Well, Delta setting up for a field goal. It's going to be a 36-yard attempt. Snap down, kick is up. Sails, no good, just off to the left.
Well, that surprised me a little bit, Spike, but there are teams that really have a lot of confidence in their kicking game, and they felt maybe a 4th and 5 against this tough Tiger defense. Maybe 3 points would look good as the game kind of wore on, but I don't know whether the hard rush from the Tigers bothered him or not, but he kind of pulled her left a little.
Well, that's a long kick in high school. You know, Lindgren's tried hundreds and hundreds of field goals. I'm sure he would have done the same thing. Well, anyway, back to action here. Tigers take over at the 15-yard line. Here is the give to Westhoven. Tries to find some room, but brought down at about the 16-yard line. You know, Delta has one advantage over the Tigers. You know, they don't have very many kids go both ways. Not nearly as many as Liberty Center does.
Yeah, that's true. There is an awful lot of green shirts over there on the sideline, and they do platoon them. I don't know if it has to do with whether they're wearing socks or not out there. Some of them are, some of them aren't. But, you know, there's been some hard hitting here, Spike. The team's still kind of getting the feel of things.
Yep. All right, Westhoven on the right, Zeider on the left. Here is the give to... Boy, we lost the football there, Jim. I don't have a clue who had it.
I couldn't tell what was going on there either, Spike. Kevin Moeller, number 23, ended up with that ball.
Kevin Moeller on some sort of a wing-back reverse.
Well, 3rd and 8, Spike, in order to move the sticks and get it away from their end. They've got to come up with some good offense here.
Well, you know, we haven't really thrown the ball much yet, but I'm just thinking that Liberty Center is going to be trying to run the ball and run the ball and run the ball and try to set up the play action later on. With that 8-0 lead and the ball deep in their own territory, I don't believe we're going to see too many big chances here taken.
Parasini boys just replaced Babcock and Moeller in there.
All right, 3rd and 8. We've got the Parasini package in there, both spread wide to the wide side of the field, the right side.
Come on, you can do it.
Don't be surprised, Jim, they run the football. No, it's a play action. Overmeyer back, throws a strike, and incomplete, falls incomplete over there.
Man, looked like Ryan Strayer had his man beat a little bit deeper, but you know, they just don't have a lot of time to pick your receiver and cut loose of that ball. I think he thought, the intended receiver there had a little step there, but couldn't hang on the ball.
Well, what may have happened, that free safety may have reacted to the pass and made Strayer look more open.
Yeah, that's probably will show up on film real apparent.
All right, now Strayer in punt formation, 4th and 8. Nice, high, spiraling kick. Comes down at the 50, takes a Tiger roll, and Ankney runs away from it. And the Panthers will take over on their own 42-yard line. Liberty Center punts away out of a hole.
Well, pretty good field position for the Delta Panthers here on this drive, Spike.
41 yards net punt, or net yardage on the punt. Delta with the ball, with the length of the football across their own 42-yard line. Double wing set, lone setback for Delta. Here is the give on a double reverse to Ankney, and he's stuffed up inside. Jim, give that credit to the interior of the Tiger off their defensive line as they pushed the Delta line back.
That's true. There was no place to go in there. I mean, that traffic got real heavy in there. A lot of white-shirted Tigers there ready to make the play. Now, they kind of have a penchant for that, Spike. I think we've seen that play about 4 times tonight. Once it did go pretty good, but I don't think you fool these Tigers very often, twice.
Well, that time, with the strength of that Tiger defense up there, we got Simbola, Leatherman, and Bodenbender on the inside. Here's the fake, rolling out left, play action, throws deep, way overthrown, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 11.
Good coverage by Babcock out there. He was right there, so if that ball would have been anywhere near the Delta Panther, he'd have been on it.
Score 8-0 here, 8:50 to go in quarter number 2. Delta Panthers proving to be a worthy adversary here, but their offense pretty much has been all set around one big play on a double handoff winding up in Ankney's hands. Now they've got Ankney split out wide to the right in a flanker position. Single setback. Give to that setback. And turns the corner down the sideline, all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Boy, that boy's fast, Spike. I mean, looked like the Tigers had an angle on him, but he was picking him up and putting him down pretty fast.
Well, that's the thing. You run that play, and it might go for no yardage, 1 yard, 2 yards, no yards, but all of a sudden, boom, you hit a big one. Gain of 20 yards on the play. That'll give Delta a 1st down with the nose of the ball just short of the Tiger 40-yard line. Wing back, right, 2 tight ends set.
All right, the Tigers are going to get 5 yards on this. Offensive line for the Panther was too anxious to get into his blocking scheme, so they're going to walk backwards, Spike.
Well, certainly a penalty doesn't hurt the Tigers here. You know, a couple of penalties could have been really disastrous to Liberty. That big run that was negated on Liberty's 2nd drive.
Oh, yeah, and, you know, at the ninth game of the season for both these teams. You don't look for very many penalties, but clearly he jumped. So anyway, here we go. 1st and 15 though.
Boy, check where we've got the down box and check where we've got the football. There's a full yard difference. I'm thinking
that's what the refs are looking at, Spike.
Yeah,
you're right.
The ball should be spotted almost all the way up to the 45. Yeah, that's right.
Well, that's some improvement, Spike.
Yeah, I knew it was way off. Veteran Delta chain gang crew, certainly not with the poise of the Tiger chain gang, but they know their stuff. Now the wing back right set, two set back in the backfield.
Neil Carter.
Neil Carter, great penetration.
Oh, that's a kind of defense that just pops up and bites the opposing offense just time and time again, week in and week out, Spike. Somebody pops in there and makes a play.
You know, Carter had to be running some kind of a stunt with somebody because from his defensive end position, Jim, he got all the way through the defensive line, or the offensive line to make that hit.
Yeah, that was a good play.
Come on, get in there.
Now they give straight ahead and hit. And Nate Bear up high. See if we can get who was down
Kyle
low.
Leatherman, I believe, is in on that right there up front.
Yep, you're right.
He had first contact and wrapped up and then got some help on it, but
Good job, Kyle.
Tigers are seeing what's coming now and stiffening right up.
Well, that's the way that's taught, Jim, and boy, that's when it really looks pretty. Kyle Leatherman got him slowed down and got him stood up, and then it was...
Yeah, you're taught to make any play you can. If there's no elbow room to work with, get him slowed up.
Yeah, Nate Bear polished him off. Now a straight drop back, a little swing pass out there on the draw. And you with a lot of running room down the right sideline, and finally hauled down, but inside the 10-yard line, a gain of about 40 yards.
You know, upfield there where that pass was caught, Nate Bear had one shot at him, and that receiver proved awful fast. He just made a quick sidestep, and he was gone right down to, what, 6-yard line there, Spike, huh?
Yeah, about the 6, a 38-yard gain. Well-conceived play, that screen pass.
Oh, I think Vickers is doing a wonderful job of mixing up the offense.
All right, Delta set now, wide out to the right. Give straight ahead to the fullback. Maybe a yard gain on the play. That give was the Nago, 200-pound sophomore. Boy, these Panthers will be good again next year, Jim.
Yeah, well, once you get some success rolling, it just sort of keeps going if you have the right people calling the shots, and I'm sure Vickers has got a fine program started over here.
All right, second goal on the 4-yard line for Delta. Liberty leads it 8-0. Tight formation for the Panthers. Here, give to the second back through, stays on his feet. That's Noggle again. He's down to about, we're going to call it the 2-yard line, where it's going to be 3rd and goal for the Panthers.
Keep him there, kid. Come on now.
Well, Jim, we knew it wasn't going to be easy, and the Panthers are knocking on the door.
You know, these Panthers look fast, Spike. When they get loose, boy, they can cover a lot of ground.
All right, we'll wait and see now. Do the Panthers go right at the Tiger defense, or do they use some misdirection here? Full house backfield. Give to the second back through the fullback, and he's in for the touchdown. Score stands now. Liberty Center 8, Delta 6. 5:21 to go here in quarter number 2. Uh-oh, Jim, the Panthers are going to burn another timeout. Normally they kick for their extra points, but trailing by 2, they may have to consider that.
Yep, but that's their second timeout, and well, with almost 5.5 minutes left in the first half, that's probably okay. And you know, they want to talk things over when they have opportunities. No point in saving those timeouts. If you have an opportunity that is vital, then you better get a lot of heads on it, and that's what they call over there is timeout to talk it over.
You know, if we could take this Delta offense, they've had 3 big plays for 20 yards or more, but if you take those 3 out of there, their average gain is probably only about a yard per play.
Yeah, Tigers appear to have them stopped, but man, these guys will pop one, whether they spring him by that double reverse, you know, a little motion this way and go back the other way, or just but boy, they show a lot of speed out there, and I'm sure Tigers will adjust accordingly. And as they take an angle to make a tackle for pursuit, they won't take quite such sharp an angle, Spike. They've got a trick play to make a conversion. We're going to see it, Spike.
Well, they've been using that fullback on the power play off the left side the last couple plays. Now they line up with the wingback set. Here comes Ankney in motion to the right. Here is play action looking for Ankney. No, incomplete. Pass was intended over the middle, but several Tigers there. I didn't pick out who they...
The coverage, I didn't catch that either, but I did see Matt Leininger put a lick on the quarterback right after he let loose of that ball, but it was well defended. Tiger right there to make a swat on it. Probably could have picked it off if it would have been, during game time conditions. Knowing that it was an extra point try, the thing to do was to batter down.
Well, I'm not sure there isn't a rule that you can't return those.
I don't know.
I believe that might have been changed, but I don't know, and right now, who cares? Liberty Center leads at 8-6. And that's, in a way, them not scoring at all is big because down the road, each team scores a couple more times, and the point afters could really play a big role here. And the Tigers pick up an extra point here. It could have been 8-7, now it's 8-6.
Yeah, that's true. Tiger defense has been doing the job, Spike, but for maybe 3 or possibly 4 plays. But you're going to have that. You know, that's just football. So we need just mistake-free offensive here, and we got plenty of time to do something with this ball.
Well, and on the other hand, Jim, so does Delta. Still 5 minutes left in the first half, and this game proving out to be everything we thought it would. Back deep for Liberty Center, Kyle and Nick Parasini. Here's the kickoff, end over end. Comes down to Nate Zeiter at the 23. He's got some room. Bowls right up into the crowd and picks up a solid 10 yards on the return.
All right, good field position for the Tigers to begin this possibly closing drive of the first half, Spike.
Yeah, ball. Yeah, I thought we had it spotted at the 37, but now it's back to their own 36. Immaterial, actually. 5:14 remaining here in the first half. Liberty Center on top, 8-6. Now we've got the Parasini package in, spread wide to the right. Strayer, the tight end, on the left. Here is the give to Westoven. He's got running room across the 40 and up to the 44-yard line. Gain of almost 9 yards on the play.
Well, you like to see that sometimes. No razzle-dazzle or anything. Just get the ball to your guy, your bread-and-butter guy. You need a good block right up front, and he was through and into the secondary before half the people knew what was going on. A good gainer, a good play call, good execution.
All right, now they bring the Parasini package wide to the left. Tight end to Strayer over on the right side.
Good job, Lane.
Westoven on the right, Zeiter on the left. Here is the give to Zeiter off the right side. Zeiter with the first down for Liberty Center, and then some gain, we'll call it 4 yards on the play. My, oh my, a right-footed spot that time. But nevertheless, the Tigers get the first down. That'll give, we'll call it a 3-yard gain for Nate Zeiter. You know, he didn't have much, didn't get as much attention as Westoven did when Westoven took the fake and went into the left side of the line.
Yeah, it's just so good that you've got a couple backs, or even more in the Tigers' case, that can step in there and do it, Spike.
All right, wide package to the left, 2 setbacks. Nick Parasini in motion. Here's the give to Zeider again off the right side. Zeider rambles across the 50 and down to the 40. We're going to call it the 47-yard line, but with their penchant for right-footed spots, it'll be the 48. You can bet on that.
Come on now, you can do it.
Gain of 5 yards on the play. Second down and 5 for the Panthers, and sure enough, ball on the 48.
This kind of ball control drive is exactly what the Tigers need, Spike, to keep the wind from picking up in Panther sails a little bit.
All right, Tigers sticking with that wide left formation.
Come on, get a nice pass.
Here's a straight drop back by Overmeyer. He's got Parasini and can't hang on.
Come on, Ref.
Uh-oh. Well, what happened there? The pass was a little high, and it bounced up around Parasini's shoulder pad and helmet area. He couldn't hang on, and the Delta receiver went ahead and tackled him anyway. You know, that was close. Not a big deal there,
Yeah,
but...
I thought it was good defense by Delta, and they just stayed right on him, though, and kind of crowded him into the ground, and then gave him a little bit of a shove. And I was a little extra, Spike.
Yeah, well, Parasini didn't shrink away either by any means. Well, they're going to call the personal foul against the Panthers as they initiated and then finished the extra contact.
Yeah, I know Mike Vickers is just pulling his hair out over there because that gives the Tigers a fresh set of downs and moves that football ever closer to his end zone. And that's just a mistake that you just can't afford to play or have in a big game, Spike.
Well, and that shows why his program's still in its infancy. You know, may grow out of that, but not yet. That's why you don't see the Tigers get caught that way often. Now the deep pitch to Westover, he's got some room, makes a nice cut back to the right, across the green, down inside the 30 into the 26-yard line.
Boy, that's a beautiful run when there's nothing there because he's got, at least 4 green shirts right there in front of him. Just kind of hit the brakes a little bit and, take a little another angle and turned what might have been a tackle for no gain into a nice 6-yard gain.
Yeah, 6 yards on the play. Parasini package spread wide to the left on the short side of the field. Tight end on the right is Strayer. Westover on the left, Zeider on the right. Here is the give to Zeider following Bear and up, down to the 25-yard line. That is going to be close. I'm going to say a little bit short. He's across the 25 to the 24-yard line. And third down yet.
All right, Spike, we got her under 3 minutes.
All right, well, we got a chance here. We'll catch our sponsors here. We've got Miller Brothers Trucking with Skip Miller in Napoleon, Holgate Metal Fab with Jeff Spangler in Napoleon, Dave's Auto Service with Dave Perry in Liberty Center, Liberty Products with Terry Bowers, located in Liberty, the Mid-Am Bank in Liberty Center, KK Collision out on the north end of Liberty Center, L.R. Babcock Plumbing and Heating in Napoleon with, Bill Tiplady and Danny Brown. Karen Davis sponsors us with Davis Farm Services. P&L's Pizza with their great buffets twice a day, 11 to 2 and 5 to 8 with Craig and Sherry Myers there. The Henry County Bank, B.A. Miller and Sons Trucking with Norma Miller, longtime Tiger sponsor. The Dugout, Steve and Catherine Parasini. Dave's Running Shop right here in Delta. Swanton Welding in Swanton with Norm Zeider. Speece Trailer Court with Rick Speece in Liberty Center. Meyer Badenhop Insurance with Bob and Marge Jurassics. And also Liberty Hardware with Randy and Velma Hall.
All right, Spike, here we go.
All right, LC, let's go, LC.
Spike, this drive is reminiscent of the drive the Tigers had against Bryan last week at Tiger Stadium.
All right, 3rd and 1. Tigers with the Parasini package right. Nick in motion left. Here's a deep pitch to Westover. He cuts up inside a great block by Strayer, and he's got first down yardage down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Clock stopped there after the Tiger timeout, and after that play, clock stopped at 2:43 to go. Liberty Center leading it here late in the second half, 8 to 6. Jim, the Tigers have been deadly in those final drives. Yes.
Oh, they have
half.
indeed, and I tell you, it is a thing of beauty to see a ball carrier wait for a block when he senses that he's got a person there that can help him, and then to use that help as wisely as Westoven does.
Here's the fake play action, back throw short, and it's intercepted by the Panthers. Still on his feet and returned all the way up to the 35-yard line. While the Delta Panthers hanging tough. You know, I think that may have been the first time all year on play action where we've had it picked off.
Yeah, I didn't see that unfold. I don't know whether they had the intended receiver that covered or whether this guy had a, assignment to be watching the quarterback or something, but wow, he stepped in there and sure changed the fortunes here as the first half going to wind down. Now they got a full 2 minutes, Spike, the Panthers do to try and do something with it.
Yeah, 2:14, and I'm thinking the Panthers have only one timeout left. You got a wide out to either side of the field. Here is the give to number 22, tall, rangy running back. Pick up of a couple on the play. You know, Rodney Ponton's seeing a lot of action tonight, number 20 out there at defensive end.
Yes, he is. Tigers can plug in a lot of sophomores when they want to that can help this team and keep them perking right along.
All right, now the double wing back with a lone setback for Delta. Here is Ankney in motion. Give to Ankney. And brought down, a great play on some penetration there.
Westoven looks like he's getting up
Troy
there.
Westoven from his linebacker spot.
Yeah, they had a pretty good block on him too, but he still had his eye on the ball carrier and was able to reach in there and get him. And Tigers beginning to use a timeout or two here, Spike. They've got him with 3rd and 10 with a minute and a half to go.
Yeah, Tigers starting to turn the crank, upstairs, thinking now that maybe we can hold Delta and get possession of that ball one more time. Try to catch the rest of our individual sponsors. We've got Ace Trucker Louis Miller, Mary Beth Collins, Chester and Nola Short, and Chad for their son and brother, John Collins, Uncle Rick, Aunt and Aunt Rhonda Miller, along with Carl and Cheryl Carter for their son and nephew, Neil Carter, number 58, Mike and Linda Sambola, and Uncle Al for son and nephew, Brad, number 70, Greg and Deb Westoven and family, along with Grandpa Kip and Grandma Cecilia for number 35, Troy Westoven, Dave Karen, along with Todd and Jason for their son and brother, Kevin, number 23, Tom and Cindy Overmeyer for their son, Scott, Tim, Becky, and Jenny Strayer for their son and brother, Ryan, also Donnie Sharp and the Stinking Yellow Flags for the Good Fortunes of Liberty Center.
Come on, Nick.
Panthers come to the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10 with a minute and a half to go here in quarter number 2. Ankney spread wide to the left. It's Nick Parasini on him. Now the quarterback draw, and he's got a lot of room and brought down at midfield on a great open field tackle. We'll wait for the number over there.
I didn't catch the Tiger number there, but he did. He made a great stop there, but certainly a good scramble by the quarterback. Big, strong fella that appears to be pretty fast and gives a fresh set of downs for the Delta Panthers.
Well, Delta with an imaginative offense. They've got Ankney spread wide to the right. Nick Parasini with single coverage there. In trouble. He scrambles out of that. He's got some room on the left side and gets about a 6-yard gain. 7 yards on the play. Delta will be looking at a second and a long 3. Clock running in under a minute now.
And that quarterback scramble is one of their very best plays from line of scrimmage, Spike.
Yep. Well, Delta's going to have to do something now quickly. The clock running, and it's at 42. They spike the football at the line of scrimmage. Clock stops with 40.7 seconds to go. That'll make it 3rd down. They must not have any timeouts, Jim, or else they're going to save that sucker.
They don't have any more than one if they have that.
3rd and 4. Back to throw under pressure. And Sabarino! Branson Muller there to haul him down.
Yes,
We're going to call it a 10-yard loss.
He bulldogged him with just got him in the grasp and took him down, but that changes the fortunes. Now it's 4th down and a big mile there, so.
Now that's the 2nd week in a row. Brad Sambola comes through with a huge sack against the opposition with 29 seconds left. Delta now on their own half of the field at their own 46, facing a 4th and 13. Also on our individual sponsors, we've got Randall and Joe Carpenter, great uncle of Troy Westoven, wishing the team good luck. And also John and Chris Engler for their daughter Erin in the band and their nephew Scott Overmeyer. About like Swanton game, you know, Liberty Center only had a one touchdown and then got the ball back and marched right down and scored at the end of the half. But this time Delta picks off a pass.
Yeah, but you know, Delta's had some pretty good success, albeit even on some busted plays. So we're in for a game. It is a good football game.
All right, high punt taken by Parasini at the 26-yard line. Tries to get outside, gets past that guy, now makes a great cut and gets the ball back up to the 33-yard line. 16 and a half seconds left. Tigers with, I believe, 1 timeout left. They'll have time enough to get off about 3 plays here. Hopefully one of them a long bomb. You know, just in case of the interceptions, as we saw on play action last time. If we decide to throw the ball, I think it'll be deep if we throw it all. All right, wing back set on the left with Moeller. Here is play action. Overmeyer fires a strike just over the head of Westoven. A difficult pass to complete, but if he completes it, it could have been a big gainer.
Yeah, and Delta rushers were bothering Scott's, you know, just being able to really plant and get off a perfect throw.
Yeah,
but that didn't take many seconds off, so if they want to continue that, and, you know, Liberty's got some people that if you can get them the ball out there in the open, they can really do something with it.
Yeah, they showed the running package, and that's what they were hoping to catch Delta off guard. Now the give to Westoven off of that right side with the Parasini package in. They run the football hoping to break a big one. And that'll be the end of the first half. And this game, everything we thought it would be, it's Liberty Center 8 and Delta 6. We'll be back with the halftime stats. Okay, they're getting ready here for the second half. Liberty won the toss and deferred, so they'll receive. The most interesting note that can be made from that first half, Jim, it was the big play. It was Delta being able to pull off the big play, and Delta also not allowing Liberty Center to get the big play. Altogether, Liberty Center, 80 total yards of offense on 23 plays, averaging 3.5 a play. For Delta, they actually won the first half yardage war. They had 123 yards on 27 plays for 4.5 per play. 4.5 for Delta, 3.5 for Liberty, 123 yards for Delta, 80 for Liberty Center. For Liberty, Troy Westoven, 10 carries for 53 yards. Nick Parasini, 1 carry for 7. Overmeyer, 2 carries for 1. Zeiter, 5 carries for 18, and Kevin Moeller, 1 carry for a yard. Scott Overmeyer 0 of 4 with 1 interception and a total there of 80 rushing yardage. For Liberty, 3 rushing first downs, 1 on a penalty for 4. Delta with 4 rushing, 1 passing for 5 first downs, so Delta wins that 5-4. Time of possession, 11 minutes for Liberty, 13 for Delta. Parasini takes it on the 20 and up across the 30-yard line, slam down there, and Liberty Center will take over 1st and 10 on their own 31-yard line. Leading tackler for Liberty Center, Nate Zeiter with 7, Babcock and Ponton with 5 each. And then Troy Westoven, Ryan Strayer, and Nate Bear with 4 each. Nate Bear with the Tiger interception. Delta with 82 yards in the ground and 40 in the air. Now the Parasini package spread wide to the right, gives straight ahead. Nice spin move by Westoven at the 35, gets up to the 38-yard line. Good gain on first down for the Tigers. We'll call it a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Ball on the 37-yard line.
Well, Spike, the coaches had a lot to talk about at halftime, and Delta has to feel pretty good about the numbers they put up on offense, as you said, but it has been just a big play because the Tigers seem to would have them stop, but then they bust a big one.
Yeah, on 3rd down was a killer for Liberty. Here's the give to Zeider inside, running hard up across the 40 and to the 41. I believe he's going to be a little bit short, but it'll be 3rd and very short for the Tigers. Every week I get my halftime stats from the diligent work of Ted Bear and Bill Salmi, so thank you very much there, guys. And also a special thanks to Richie Frankfather and his wife for always getting us the choice spots here at midfield for these games. Now the Tigers come out with the wingback left set. Moeller out there is the wingback. Westoven on the right, Zeider on the left in the backfield. Here's the pitch to Westoven. Westoven on that deep pitch battles his way forward. I believe he's got first down yardage, but 2 very tough yards there.
Yeah, first down. Boy, you know, Spike, we don't always get the best spots, but as long as they're good enough to move the sticks, we can deal with that. But that's not always the case.
That's true. Liberty Center was penalized 3 times for 25 yards, and Delta penalized twice for a total of 20. Now the Parasini package wide to the left, Nick in motion this way. Here's a pitch to Westoven. He cuts out, now back across the green again, and what a job by Westoven! Jim, what a sense of balance. He put his hand down, stayed on his feet, and scrambled his way all the way up to midfield.
Yeah, he just got an extra 3 yards there by just refusing to go down, you know, just sort of pointing toward the goal line and just keeping his knees off the turf.
Yeah, and Troy's also having an exceptionally good game, heading for the outside and then knowing when to cut it back up inside the block of the tight end, and also Parasini was in motion. Be a 2nd down and 1 for Liberty Center. Ball at the Delta 49-yard line. Straight ahead dive to Westoven, and he might have got a yard. It was 2nd and a long yard. He got 1 full yard, but I think he's still going to be short by less than the length of the football. Oh my, they just moved it back. Oh boy. Well, some Tiger fans noticed that one. Well, the nose of the football was across the 48 of Delta. Now it's back on the other side. Well, at this point, 3rd and 1. Tigers going to go with their 2 tight end set. Moeller, the wing back on the right.
Come on, LC, punch it in there. Come on now. Come on.
Here's the deep pitch to Westoven. He cuts back up inside and nose dives his way down near the 45, and it's a Tiger first down.
Yeah, he got at least a yard to spare, and there's no way they could left foot him out of that.
Very good.
Spike, this is exactly the kind of drive the Tiger offense needs. They need ball control. They need to consume some time. They need to get sure of themselves across the line of scrimmage and what they want and try to do, and you know, keep Delta ever increasingly back on their heels a little bit.
Yeah, that's right, Jim. The Tigers need to eat up some clock here and just get themselves reestablished. Remember, a very emotional game for the Delta Panthers. Like we said at the outset, they need this game to get into the playoffs. Here is the give. No, now it's an end around fake to Parasini, and he gets back maybe to the original line of scrimmage.
That just wasn't real smooth, Spike. They're a little bumping going on back here at the point where they're handing off, and you know that all takes a fraction of a second. And Delta having a pretty good pretty well scouted. Had plenty of defenders out here for when Kyle tried to turn the corner.
Yeah, I don't believe it would have made a lot of difference, even though it was a little rough. They had a lot of people out here ready and waiting. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers. They stick with a wing back right, 2 tight end set. Here's a give to Westhoven. Westhoven barrels his way down across the 45 and down to the 43. Gain of 3 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 7 to go. But the Tigers now, once they're inside that 50, now I'm sure they might be considering the 4-down territory. The big one here, 3rd and 7. Tigers already have used up 4.5 minutes of this 3rd quarter clock. Leininger the center, Bear the guard on the right, Carter the guard on the left. Tigers with a wing back set on the left side. Here is play action. He's got Babcock deep. It's caught and hauled down inside, down around the 20-yard line. Great pass by Scott Overmeyer, his first completion of the night, but it's a big one. Jim, what a gutsy call there.
Oh, it was, but that pass right exactly on the money, and pitch and catch, a couple of seniors there that have been there and done that before. Babcock gathered that in right in stride, and true, the Panther was close enough to make a tackle on it, but a big gainer, move the sticks, we're down there banging on the door.
Zach Gramling in at right guard, replacing Bear. Wing back set, deep pitch to Westhoven going right. He plows and barrels his way down for another 5-yard gain for the Tigers. Now the ball resting somewhere just outside the 10-yard line. You know, that was a great catch by Babcock. Pass was up on his shoulder pad, but he was able to use both hands and pull that ball in.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Spike, he had to lean back to his left to catch it, over his left shoulder. And that's a hard play for a high school receiver.
All right, that's true. 2nd down and 4. Gain of 6 for Westhoven on that first play. Here now, pitch to Westhoven, going in that same hole again. Westhoven grinding, still not down. Inside the 10, we might give the forward progress to about the 8-yard line. Somewhere, Jim, early in that first half, Troy Westhoven eclipsed the total yardage career for Liberty Center.
Yeah, nosed out Keith Kern, I believe, one of the great Tigers of yesteryear. Oh, there's been a lot of good, hard-running Tigers, but this Tiger team of 2000, Spike, has provided a lot of thrills and chills for the fans.
All right, 3rd and 2. Tigers with a tight end, double tight end set. Zeider straight ahead. That's going to be close. He gained maybe a yard on the play. I think he's going to be short.
Yeah, they're showing him short. We've got a terrible angle here to say how much short, but Tigers don't want to be denied right now at this stage in the game, Spike.
All right, Nate Bear back in there at right guard for the Tigers.
Now, we've seen a lot of quick pitches to Westhoven when we've needed a couple yards in previous games.
All right, 4th and 1 at the 8-yard line. Here's the give to Zeider. He blows his way in, and I think he's got it. Officials call a timeout, and now they rule the first down. Ball down to about the 6, a gain of 2 for Zeider, and a clutch situation on 4th and 1. Well, the Tigers keep the drive alive. It's going to be 1st and goal. The ball just, the nose of the ball just across the 6-yard line. 1st and goal at the 6.
Spike, they have consumed a nice lot of clock here in this 3rd quarter.
Oh, yeah, now it's huge. They've got to finish this thing off. They stick with that wing right set. Here's the give straight ahead to Westhoven. It is in! It's a Tiger touchdown! What a burst there! Troy Westhoven in between the big bull at center. Matt Leininger and the guard on that side. Nathan Bear, number 74. And it's a Liberty Center score. They go up 14-6.
Good execution throughout that drive, Spike. Whenever they needed something in their blocking schemes, every play didn't go for big yards, but oftentimes that's the case. They used a lot of clock. The coaches sent what plays they wanted run in there, and they made them work.
All right, now the Tigers with that 8-point lead going for the all-important 2-point conversion. Parasini package left, Nick Parasini motion right. Here is the drop back, fired Parasini, and low and incomplete.
Looked like he had it, but it was low. The ball was just about at his kneecaps, and he couldn't quite come up with it.
Oh, and I do have one change to make. The right guard that time, the help opened the way for Troy Westoven's 6-yard touchdown romp was Zach Gramling, number 55, as he's going in and out with Nate Bear at that right guard spot. But nevertheless, Liberty Center leads it 14-6, 8-point lead, 4:53 to go in quarter number 3. Well, now, Jim, with Delta's ability to kick the football, you know, the missed field goal certainly plays a big part in this game.
Oh, if they'd have connected on that field goal to go with the touchdown that they got, they would have come out here at the second half feeling pretty. In fact, I think they're anxious to get their hands in the ball, Spike. As you say, statistic-wise, looked like it was Delta first half, but Tigers had the edge on score, and Tigers added to it. They did all they could. They used a lot of clock, took that second half kickoff and stuffed it down their throats. So Tigers, you know, as you say, establishing themselves and playing hard football to commence this second half.
All right. Great end-over-end boomer all the way down to the 12-yard line by Collins. Returned straight ahead and mowed under there by a host of Tiger tacklers at the 25. Now they say there's a football. And Liberty Center recovers. We didn't get the guy on the recovery. If you're taping this, you might be able to play it back and find out for yourself. Jim, I didn't see the ball come loose.
No, I had no concept either what's going on, but boy, the Tigers knew they had a hold of it there, and they got the officials to agree, so Tigers get a wonderful break here on their 25-yard line of Delta.
All right, the Parasini package in there wide. Oh, excuse me, Kyle Parasini wide to the left end now. Nick Parasini in motion that way. Here's the give to Westoven. He's submarine, possible late hit there.
What's that for?
Boy, Westoven took an extra lick on that one after he was down. Gain of maybe a yard on the play, 2nd down and 1.
69.
Now the Parasini package comes out and the Tigers will come back with their 2 tight end wing back set. Kevin Moeller, the wing back, out on the left side, outside the tight end Babcock. Here's the give to Westoven on the right side, hauled down at the ankles. Gain of about 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd down. And we'll call it 5 yards to go. 3:54 here.
Boy, that was a good sure tackle by the Delta Panther. Just one guy there, you know, right up close, and he was able to grab those ankles and hang right on.
Yeah, he had some running room without that great tackle there.
Boy, Tigers need a first down here. They've got 2 downs to get it, but gotta have one.
3rd and 6. Here is it's Overmeyer on a keeper, stays on his feet. Nice piece of maneuvering there. Short of the first down, but a gain of about, we're gonna call it 3 on the play. Ball on the 18-yard line. Liberty Center continuing to get those right-footed spots here in the second half. Jim, I think I've noticed that all night long. Maybe it's worked both ways, but Liberty Center continually has got that wrong-footed spot.
I know. Now, this is a big play, Spike. We got a turnover here, and we got to do something with it.
4th and 3, excuse me. Here is Overmeyer again on a keeper. He's outside, and I believe he's got first down yardage. Boy, Jim, another great play for Liberty Center. They'll have a 1st and 10 on the Delta 12-yard line. 2 tight end set, wing back left Moeller. Here's the give to Westoven off the left side. He makes a great cut, stays on his feet, battles his way down around the 5-yard line. Gain of about 6 on the play.
Delta Panther bulldogged him, but not till he got good yardage there, Spike. Getting right down there close to another first down.
Yeah, the Tigers starting to show their great offensive tenacity as they're starting to win the battle at the line of scrimmage here in the second half. That time running behind the great blocks of Carter and Lucas Bodenbender. Guard and tackle on that left side. Westoven on the left, Zeiter on the right, wing back right. Here's a deep pitch, Westoven. He cuts up inside a block. Jeeps, stays on his feet, and he's in! He's in! Ring it up! Count it on the board! It's another Tiger touchdown!
Oh, that is such a sweet one, Spike. They got a turnover, and you cannot afford to create costly turnovers against this Tiger team because they'll burn you with it, and that's precisely what happened here. Used a little more clock and hung up another score.
Now the score stands Liberty Center 20, Delta 6. Tigers will line up with Kyle Parasini split wide to the right, Nick Parasini the wing back or on the left, and Nick Parasini the wing on the right. Parasini in motion. Here is the give to Parasini.
He's in!
He's in! What a great fake there. Everybody kept looking for either Obermeyer or Westhoven, and the give was to Nick Parasini going in motion from his wingback spot. And he's in for the 2-point score. The score stands now, Liberty Center 22 and Delta 6. Now, Jim, the Delta Panthers know that they have to answer right now. They trail by 2 scores, and for them to get back in the game, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, Spike, now think of this. They won the first half statistical-wise and came out and allowed the Tigers to use plenty of clock in the third quarter and hang up a score. And then as they look to their first possession to start the second half, they turned the ball over. So they have not even had a possession in this second half, and there's but 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, and they find themselves in a hole 22-6.
Right, and I think that a lot of the credit has to go right back to the intricate workmanlike job that the offensive line does for the Tigers. They're not big, smaller than most every defense that they're going to run up against, but once again they grind it out and they show their supremacy.
Yeah, it may take a little while in a game when they're playing against good athletes too, but they figure out a way to do it, Spike.
Now Collins gets into it again all the way down to the 15-yard line. And a great job there. Initial hit made by Brad Simbola, slowed him down, and tackle made Jim. There again, I couldn't see who polished him off, but Simbola had him slowed down and stood up.
Well, suffice it to say, it's going to look good on TV5, so enjoy the broadcast. You get a good close angle with a good lens and good work by Tom Atkinson.
Hey, I'm not so sure that Collins didn't get in on that hit. All right, now the Panthers come out with the double wing back set. Here is the deep pitch, and hit right there and brought down. Nose diving in there was Zeider.
Yeah,
from
Zeider
his
and
spot.
Bodenbender in there too.
And Bodenbender up high, and about 4 Tigers in on the hit altogether. There's going to be a loss of a yard on the play. Jim, that's the way the whole first half went. You know, Liberty throw them for a loss, throw them for a loss, throw them down for no gain or maybe a single gain, and then the big play. Now the Tigers have to be very watchful of number 4, Ankney, an integral part of the Delta offense. Now scrambling, rolling, gets rid of it.
Well, that
Tigers
pass
managed to haul him down, Jim, anyway.
Yeah, that pass was more or less an unload to keep from losing a big loss on the sack. But they pounded him a few times there. It's quarterback, you know, he may not feel comfortable throwing a pass. Well, you feel a whole lot less comfortable when you got those Tigers bearing down on you.
Yeah, like you said, you just keep pounding that quarterback, as the Tigers did that time, headed up by Carter. Now with a wide out to either side. Delta with a single setback. Straight drop back. Has time. Quarterback scrambles out of it. And hauled down over there at the 25-yard line. Uh-oh, now there's flags on the play.
Yeah, they're going to get a late flag on a Tiger hit, but I'm telling you that quarterback, as slippery as he is, and he wasn't totally down there. So likely they will mark something off on the Tigers. But good defense there as he broke and scrambled from the pocket. He was going for a good gainer, Spike, like he did several times in the first half. So that was acceptable from the standpoint of the Tigers. You know, you had to make sure that guy was down.
All right, I'll go along with that. Now Delta with a first down on the penalty, up with the nose of the football across their own 40-yard line. Ankney out here wide to the left. Tim Myers, number 8, draws coverage on him. Here's the give off the right side. Not much running room there. Strayer, first one in there as he penetrated from his linebacker spot.
Yeah, the Delta Panthers are going to be down to 1 quarter, Spike, and they have mounted only 1 first down this second half, and that was via the penalty. So Tigers playing very big this second half.
Yeah, clock running down, 33 seconds to go. Also, Matt Leininger in on the hit as he did the bulk of it. Tigers Strayer submarined inside. He pounded him away. Nice job again that time. Also, Leininger in on the hit, all along with Strayer again from his linebacker spot. That Tiger interior defense holding strong here. That will bring up a 3rd and about 7. And at the end of 3 quarters of play, Liberty Center using most of the 3rd quarter clock on the drive after the kickoff to score, and then a fumble on the ensuing kickoff, and a quick score then gives them a 22-6 lead.
No question, the Tigers have evened up the statistics, if you will, Spike, and in so doing have put a couple more big scores on the scoreboard. So think about it. Delta at the halftime, you know, they think, hey, we're right in this game. We're down 2 points, and we got them on our home field. We're going to show them what for the second half. And they blink twice. They're into the beginning of the 4th quarter, and they're down 22-6. But they're playing the Liberty Center Tigers. Soon to be.
Okay, here we go. The Panthers come to the line of scrimmage, facing a very crucial, for their standpoint, 3rd down and a long 7. Ball at the 43. Straight drop back. Not much there. Now tries to get around the outside and brought down. Nice open field tackle there. Nate Zeider dropped off in pass coverage, came up to make the stop.
Boy, that was a huge Phil. As soon as he saw that quarterback was thinking about running, he just took a straight line and met him right there for a loss of a yard.
Yeah, actually a loss of about 4 on the play. And a lot of that started with the great pass rush by the Liberty defensive line. Now 4th and 11, Delta back in punt formation. Back for Liberty Center is Strayer and Nick Parasini. Low snap, picked up clean. Wobbling kick short. Takes a Delta bounce. And fallen on by Nick Parasini back at the 24-yard line.
A short punt is so dangerous because if it's bobbing around and happens to, hit one of our boys, then it's a live ball again. So Parasini alertly did the right thing and jumped on that. And I'm not sure if it did bang around on any of our guys, but you just don't know. But turned out into a good punt for the Panthers. They got some good yardage away from their line of scrimmage.
Well, I saw some beanbag or something fly. I'm not so sure we didn't hit. That ball might have touched us. And at this point, ball possession, even if we lost some field position, ball possession certainly a big, big factor. Now we got Kyle Parasini split wide to the left. Overmeyer on a straight drop back. Has time. He's got Strayer out there. He dives. It's a catch! What a catch!
Yeah, what a catch over there by Strayer. He had to really get after that ball, but we've seen that combination Overmeyer to Strayer many times this season, Spike.
23-yard gain on a diving catch by Ryan Strayer. Jim, he's done it all year long. Great pair of hands.
Just a week ago against the Bryan Golden Bears when the clock was winding down in the 4th quarter, they hooked up with a scoring combination.
All right, Tigers with the wing back set, give straight ahead, and slam to the ground right there. Here's Westover. We'll give him a gain of 2 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8, ball on Liberty Center's own 49-yard line. 10.5 minutes to go here. Delta needs the football and needs it fast. They trail by the score of 22-6. It's a big game in the fact for Liberty Center that they can clinch the NWOAL championship with a win, but also a big game for the Panthers. Deep pitch to Westoven. He breaks the tackle, still on his feet. What power! He bores his way all the way down to the 46-yard line.
Man, that was good yardage when it didn't appear there was yardage there, Spike, but we've seen him do it. And I'll tell you, wouldn't you just like to interview these opposing teams after they face the Tigers? Especially the the line play that gets him started, but then the elusiveness and hard running combination of a back that Troy Westoven is.
Yeah, he was stopped for a yard loss, but battled his way for a 5-yard gain. Now the give to Westoven again. He makes a great spin move, and he's got another Tiger first down. Gain of almost 6 yards on the play. Jimmy was hit at the 42, made a great spin move to pick up 4. Oh, man! Look at that spot!
Well, it moves the stick, so we'll go with that.
Jeez. Maybe there's part of this game I'm missing. Wow! All right, Moeller, the wingback on the left. Westoven on the left, Zeider on the right. Here's the give to Zeider. Zeider bursting forward, a gain of maybe a yard on the play. 2nd down and 9. Well, I don't know, Jim. They're giving him his forward progress just barely across the 40. I swear he had another yard, but now, 2 tight ends set. Here's the give to Westoven. Hangs onto the football, breaks into the clear, cuts across the green, stays on his feet, then all the way down inside the 20-yard line to the 17.
I think Delta is treated to a real lesson here and try to deal with one of the premier running backs in the whole area, certainly in this NWOAL league. In fact, Spike, take it back to him accomplishing the most yardage, career yardage of any Tiger running back.
22-yard gain for Westoven, starting to pile up the yards. Westoven tries, no, wait a minute, Overmeyer on a keeper! It's a Tiger touchdown! Everybody was faked out there. Westoven losing his feet. I thought he was down for a loss, and it was Overmeyer on a quarterback keeper. 17-yard touchdown.
Yeah, we've seen Westoven throughout this drive getting huge chunks of yards, and sure enough, send him in on the fake, and quarterback pull it out, keep it, and roll around and scamper for the score.
Well, you know that offense has got to be doing something good. How many times a year do I get fooled? And it happened again. Now the snap, the hold, the kick is up. And the kick is good. John Collins drives it through. Tip Lady on the hold. And Liberty Center goes up now 29-6.
Well, they just owned this second half, Spike. It looked like a real struggle there, but, we've seen the Tigers before come out after making some adjustments and listen to the suggestions of the coaching staff and just be a totally different team. And here they are just completely dominating this second half.
Well, the time of possession, Liberty Center with the ball for 14.5 minutes and Delta with the ball for about a minute and a half, and that's been it. It's been the Liberty Center defense stopping Delta quickly, and the Tiger offense rolling, marching, grinding, picking up those grueling yards, and then a couple of big plays, put them into the end zone. 8:10 to go, and Liberty Center now leading by 23. They lead it 29-6. Now, quickly, we'll get some of our sponsors here while we've got a chance. We've got Pisanello's Pizza with Craig and Sherry Myers, the Henry County Bank, B.A. Miller & Sons Trucking with Norma Miller, the Dugout with Steve and Catherine Parasini, Dave's a Running Shop in Delta, Swanton Welding with Norm Zeider, Speece Trailer Court with Rick Speece, Meyer Badenhop Insurance with Bob and Marge Jurassics, and the Liberty Hardware, Randy and Velma Hall. High end over end kick. That comes down at the 20-yard line. Now the return set up to the left, and a great hit right there. Right now, baby, stopped. Neil Carter, number 58, Jim, he met him head on. That guy had a full head of steam, and Carter slammed him right on the spot. What a hit.
We've seen Neil Carter make some wonderful plays throughout this season. And, you know, that's some senior leadership that's just getting it done on this Tiger team, and they kind of like to be referred to as the good old boys, Spike. The good old boys, the seniors.
Now a little swing pass, that's tipped. Nice job by Westover, almost intercepted by a diving Tim Myers.
Spotter Richie Frankfather claims it was Westoven on the tip, but a couple Tigers in good coverage there, and if it wasn't to be tipped, it almost could have been intercepted, Spike. But Delta's really got an uphill battle here. They're down 29-6. They don't like to pass, and yet we've got the rush stopped.
Now the Tigers spread their defense out a little bit. Man in motion, Babcock drops off. Here is the give to 22. And the Panthers looking to hopefully break a big one against the Tigers' spread defense. But good job at the point of attack by the Tigers, as they've done all year long, stopping that for maybe about 2 yards on the play. You know, one good thing about this, Jim, is that the Tigers, who were pushed at the end of the half, and it was pretty much Delta owning the first half, the second half after the break, the Tigers came out and dominated the play, both on offense and defense.
Yeah, you could almost feel the stage being set for that kind of dominance, the way they used a good portion of the third quarter to make that score.
Now the deep pitch to Ankney. He breaks one away almost to midfield. Scott Overmeyer in there as a nickelback makes the tackle.
Yeah, he nailed him over there along the sideline, or they would have put up a score on that.
Well, I'm surprised that this Ankney, number 4, doesn't touch the football at least every other play, Jim. He is very explosive.
He is fast.
Yeah, he reminds me a lot of the Evergreen running back, McIntosh. Now the Panthers come out with a double wing set, lone setback. Straight drop by the sophomore quarterback, throws downfield, and it's intercepted! Tim Myers! Boy, Jim, in traffic, Tim Myers with a great set of hands.
Yeah, and his toughest competition on that pass was another Tiger defender. I didn't get his number, but there were 2 Tigers with a beat on that ball. But between them, they hung on the ball, and they got a pick, and now another chance here.
Well, now the clock definitely in Liberty Center's favor. 6:47 to go here in quarter number 4. Liberty comfortably in the lead, assuming there's no quick turnovers, 29-6. Liberty at 8-0, 6-0 in the league. This game will clinch the NWOAL. Here is the give to Kevin Muller on a little wing-back counter. Pickup of about 4 on the play. Well, we're going to say 5, but with the right-footed spots, it'll be a 4-yard gain. Well, let's give Kevin the full 5 yards. Now the Tigers lining up in the I formation. Now Bowler splits, goes to the right, power I. Here is the give to Westover, the third back through, the I back. He picks up about 4. That ball down now to the 42-yard line of the Panthers. Oh, those spots. I don't believe that. He was almost a yard ahead of that. Wow. Now Moeller goes, makes it a power I to the right. The I back. Now the Overmeyer on a keeper. He's all alone. He's got a lot of running room down the sideline. And he's going to go all the way for another Tiger touchdown. Scott Overmeyer from 42 yards away. Everybody went inside on the fake, and Overmeyer had 42 yards of beautiful green real estate ahead.
You know, that's such a good, Spike, that's such a good fake because you know, he acts like he's handing the ball off, and then he just sort of delays, and he just sort of almost comes to a stop, you know, hiding the ball. All of a sudden, he's streaking down the sideline, and nobody thought that he was anywhere near having the football. Beautiful run.
And
good
Jim,
quarterback.
I tell you what, he had another gear. He got to the 30-yard line, and all of a sudden, he was gone. What a burst of speed by Overmeyer. Now they'll line up and go for the single one-point conversion here.
Clear the field first.
Yeah, a Delta player down out around the original line of scrimmage. Well, Jim, who'd have thunk it? Liberty Center only 5.5 minutes away from clinching still another NWOAL championship. And at the start of the season, who'd have thunk it?
Oh, I don't think two fans in 10 would have given this Tiger team that kind of a vote of confidence. However, they knew that any Tiger team coming up has been watching it get done on the field by the upperclassmen the previous year, and they're just waiting for their chance. And Spike, they got better and better every game. They learned, they grew together as a team. And we've said it before during these enjoyable broadcasts that there has been teams, Tiger teams, that have had more raw talent. But I say unto you, I don't believe we've ever seen a team that has played together better than this team from whistle to whistle, game to game.
Oh, obviously, and certainly the focal point of the whole team is number 35, Troy Westhoven. But when you look at the total package of what everybody has done together, an individual here and there rises, makes a big play.
Oh, Scotty Overmeyer, Ryan Strayer,
Here's the
Neil
snap.
Carter.
That kick is up and blocked. And with 5.5 to go, it's Liberty Center 35 and Delta 6. No, Ryan Strayer has been simply a bulwark.
Oh, yeah, and Leininger coming off of a tonsillectomy, coming out here. And, you know, there's not a lot of seniors here on this team, but, boy, I tell you, they have provided leadership and just selfless commitment to what they're supposed to do. They discipline themselves, and, you know, physically they probably have come up against teams that are bigger, are stronger. You know, like Brian outweighed them by 40 pounds across the line of scrimmage. But the Tigers, once they learned how to handle that kind of size and strength, they were able to get it done. And, you know, you get to liken the offense and everything that, like, Troy has done and accomplished. It's a defense that at times when the offense was sputtering, that kept them in the game, kept the other teams from getting an insurmountable lead and just answering the bell and being tough when they needed to be. Truly, this is a remarkable championship team we're looking at here, Spike.
Jim, and as the season started, truly we never thought this could happen. What a pleasant surprise. But as, like you said, the season has wore on, they've continued to get a little better and a little better and a little better. So many players stepping to the front. It appears that Dotson's out, and Ponton tonight has played in his place and done well.
Yeah, and Kevin Muller's been in there doing a job at the tight end.
All right, now the spinning sidewinder kick rolling to the sideline, and that'll go out of bounds. Delta will get their choice of the ball at the 35 or a re-kick.
Well, think of the memories too, Spike. This team of 2000 that gets to hang a league championship banner up in the gymnasium as they grow old, and you know, a little salt and pepper in their hair, and maybe their waistline isn't as trim as it is now. They're going to point to that banner and says, yes, I was on a team that hung that up, and we had a remarkable season. And indeed they have, these Tigers of 2000.
Well, to reiterate slightly, Liberty Center held a very slim 8-6 lead at halftime. But I tell you what, after that halftime break, and Jim, we've seen this several times this year, the Tigers come out with that extra bit of focus, that little extra bit of intensity, and Liberty Center has owned, has dominated play here in the second half. They have completely taken it to the Delta Panthers.
Yep, well, it's a four-quarter game, and, you know, we've had some hard games during the year, but the Tigers find a way to do it, and you just got to love them. They've been wonderful to watch, and it's just a great credit to the dynasty that Rex Lindgren has assembled there in Tiger Town.
All right, that give was to Ankney. He picks up 5 yards against the Tigers' second unit in there. 5:05 to go. Now the give. Stays on his feet. 10-yard gain there for the Panthers. They've got the ball at midfield. Well, Delta's not going to go down without a fight. They're going to hang right in there and battle to the end.
You know, they don't want to be embarrassed, Spike. They had such a good first half that they just can't stand it here to not get a few statistics, and they would like to hang some points on the scoreboard here. That 35-6 looks like a real whooping put on, but they were beaten by a very good team.
All right, we'll try to get a few of these names and faces here for Liberty Center. The defensive end on the left side, number 63, Jeremy Barnes. Drew Tiplady as a linebacker. Number 78. Yeah, number 78, Ryan Smith, a junior tackle. Number,
Bloomfield's in there.
all right, Adam Bloomfield, number 66. Number 57, Corey Cole, a junior tackle. 1st and 5 after the encroachment penalty on the Tigers. Now a fumble, quarterback picks it up. And about 8 Liberty Center Tigers in there on the stop as the quarterback picked up his fumble and stayed on his feet just to get belted 3 or 4 times. Also in there, number 75, Charlie Nash, senior tackle. Number 6, John Collins, is a defensive back. Give straight ahead, and not much doing there. Great hit.
Yeah, Nate Bear, and boy, we've called his name a lot this year, Spike. He's been a big player in many instances.
Yeah, just another example of somebody coming up from nowhere. Just last year only seeing duty on special teams, but making another big play, one right after the other. 3rd down and 3.
Get him, all right.
Give up inside, and that's going to be close to a 1st down for Delta. Yep, 1st down yardage for the Panthers. 3:33 to go as they move the chains. All right, quarterback keeper. Pickup of about 4 on the play. Now the Delta Panthers grinding the ball out on the ground. They're going to try to at least punch one more score in, while the second unit for Liberty Center battling to hold them out. Now checking into the game, number 68, Steve Miller, sophomore nose guard. Also number 31, Daniel DeLeon.
Kyle Bodenbender's in there also. I don't know if you called that, Spike. Number 62, Kyle Bodenbender in there.
Good stop there. Well, here come the cheerleaders with the NWAL champ sign. Jim, another feather in the bonnet.
It's a wonderful sight. The cheerleaders are happy. The sign says it. The fans are showing their appreciation. And, you know, the Tigers have got a lot of faithful, Spike. They pack the stands, whether it's home or away, and they love their Tigers.
LC, we are LC, we are LC, we are LC. Where was that planted before? They didn't even see here.
Well, a big one marched off against the Tigers.
Off, ineligible person downfield.
Well, still not sure what that one was. Panthers have the ball on the 14-yard line of Liberty Center. Here is the give to the fullback, and he battles his way down to about the 7-yard line.
24 on the stop, Spike.
That's Tiplady.
Yeah, Drew Tiplady on the tackle there. Nice tackle there. That running back had a good head of steam up, and Drew nailed him.
Number 11, Ryan Sonnenberg, a sophomore, checking into the game for Liberty Center.
Do again, defense.
Full house backfield for the Panthers with 1:55 in the clock running. Here is the give. Off the right side, and Drew Tiplady hog ties him. He pulls him down at the 5-yard line. The Liberty Center second unit in there battling their best. The penalty hurt them there. Now they're really going to have to stuff it up to keep Delta out of the end zone. Great play there by Tiplady.
Oh, man, he just fought along the line of scrimmage there. They were all in traffic until he could get his hands on the guy. But once he got him, he went down. So he's got a good nose for the ball, Spike. Drew does.
Oh, yeah, you wait. He'll be a good one next year. Now with a wide out to the left side. Here is play action. Now inside.
He's in it. He
Yeah,
scored.
he gave it to the running back. He's up and in, and the Panthers are on the board there. With 1:16 to go, Delta scores. That makes it 35-12, Liberty Center. Quarterback, play action, throws into the end zone, and incomplete. Good defensive job. Jim, you get the number on there.
I didn't see that, Spike, but that pass should have been completed. The Delta receiver had position on the Tiger defender, and the quarterback, just a sophomore, delivered a strike there, but somehow the Delta boy couldn't find a handle, Spike.
Well, it was 88. Dan Laver actually got a hit in there as he came over. Actually, it appeared that he was almost guarding two guys, but Laver delivered enough of a hit, made the defender drop it. Sometimes those timely hits don't have to be really hard, but if your timing's perfect, you can accomplish a lot. So the point after touchdown, no good. And with 1:16 left, Liberty Center leading here comfortably by the score of 35-12. That 1:16 is all that separates Liberty Center from locking up an NWAL championship. Jim, I don't have any stats in front of me, but you know, you go back, I believe we picked off a championship in 1937, was it? And a tie for the championship in 1965. But since the Rex Lindgren era, starting back in about the mid-50s, this his 16th season at the helm, it's been nothing but success once they got the program turned around.
Yeah, they get the athletes to come out for the sport of football, and well, they just mold together a team with the help of a great athletic boosters organization and just the school spirit and mothers and fathers and just everybody gets behind the Tigers, and they do it. Matter of fact, talking about getting behind the Tigers, Spike, we need a positive vote for the Spring Sports Complex in this coming election.
I want to see who returned that kickoff. That might have been, yeah, none other than Brad Sambola. Brad Sambola gathered that thing in like a true return man. That sucker was in the breadbasket and gone, and his burst of speed straight ahead gives Liberty Center the ball at the 34-yard line. Jim, I don't know, Sambola, if he'd run a few extra laps, may have missed his calling. Well, maybe not. 35-12, give straight ahead.
I believe we got Brian Brown, number 5, running the offense there, Spike. Don't list him, huh? And now number 12, Nick Fuentes, coming in there to run the offense for the Tigers. Composed mostly freshmen.
Yep. Remember that name, Fuentes. There was a great one here, an older brother.
Tyler Berkstead out there, number 59.
Number 12 for us.
Nick
Fuentes, number 12.
Play, gotta play.
Yeah, I'm sure it won't be hard to remember Al Fuentes, a great athlete here at Liberty Center, one of the most intense young men you'll ever meet. And now Nick out there getting to run a play, his younger brother. Now Brown back out there, the quarterback. 17.8 seconds to go. Clock stops after the penalty. So there'll be time for one more play for Liberty Center.
Tyler Berkstead, number 59. Freshman, listed as a tackler and a defensive tackle. 215 pounds in the program here. Tyler Berkstead.
Wow. Boy, there could be a mainstay of the Tiger offensive line. Nice burst straight ahead by number 30.
Nathan Ekstrand, a freshman running back there.
Yep, showed a nice burst of speed there, and that's going to close the game out after a gain of 6 on that play. Our final score here tonight in Panther Stadium, it's Liberty Center 35, Delta 12. And with this win, Liberty Center goes to 9-0.
Yep.
7-0 in the league. And that gives them an undisputed hold on first place in the NWOAL. Liberty Center ranked number 1 in the state in the AP poll for Division 5. That obviously could be questioned. A lot of good teams in the state. But Liberty Center with a solid hold in the computer rankings going into tonight with a 2.9 point edge. And certainly that won't be gained into here as Delta Division 4 school. Well, Jim, as we wrap things up here, great dominating second half for Liberty Center.
Oh, it was. These looked like a championship team this second half, Spike. And, you know, they make 4 quarters in a game. And what counts is the culmination of 4 quarters play.
Yep.
And it was a pretty even contest there that first half. But, boy, the Tigers came out and said, look, we're on a quest here. We're going to get that championship banner, and we're going to wrap it up right here tonight. And they remain undefeated, Spike, so they can add to the great Tiger lore by finishing strong against Archibald next week at Tiger Stadium.
Yep, Delta came in tonight and played on emotion in that first half, and that kept them in the game. But with the halftime break, a few adjustments, and some maybe refocusing of some goals and making sure that the team knew where they were going. They put it all together in the second half. They win it going away by the score 35-12.
Spike, I do believe Mike Vickers is on the right track over here, and I think he's building a program that will serve the community of Delta and the NWOAL league down the road. They had a lot of young athletes here, a lot of hard-nosed boys that made good tackles and showed some breakaway speed, and you know, they didn't quit. They made some mistakes, but they just ran into a superior team here as proven out in this second half tonight. But look for a lot of things from Delta in the coming years.
Well, one thing of note in a quick conversation with Mike Bond, who writes for the Delta Atlas, the sports for Delta Atlas. Last few years, he said they were only able to get 3 or 4 kids in the weight room. This year, they solidly had 35 or more in there every day. So you can see the difference it made as Delta played Liberty pretty tough until that second half when Liberty, the big break was the turnover on the kickoff, the second kickoff after Liberty scored, giving the Tigers the short field. Well, we'll wrap her up here at Panther Stadium. One more time, Liberty Center wins this thing 35-12 as they lock up still another NWOAL championship under the tutelage of head coach Rex Lingerland. So for Jim Leatherman, my sidekick, and Tom Overmeyer on the video cam. Tom Atkinson. Boy, I don't know how many times I've done that. I know twice.
Tom Overmeyer being the proud papa of one Scotty Overmeyer, number 10, Tiger quarterback, having such a fine season, leading this Tiger championship team.
All right, the Tigers gather here in front of the bench as Liberty Center fans pay their tribute to this championship team. there you have it. Their post-game cheer. So for Tom and Jim and myself, Old Spiker, one more time, it's Liberty Center 35, Delta 12 as the Tigers wrap up an NWAL championship. We'll be back here this Friday night. Archbold comes to Liberty Center for the season finale. So on here on NCTV 5, it's good night and good Tiger sports.